Art is everywhere, from the downtown galleries in Winston-Salem to the faces of many of the buildings in the arts district that have become canvases for many local artists. But what if I said art is a living, breathing thing? Not in the literal sense. It's actually walking around on the streets. One night a month, the city of Winston-Salem brings together all forms of art and celebrates. You got it. I'm talking about the First Friday Gallery Hop. The most unique form of art is the hidden gem of downtown Winston-Salem. That art form is tattooing. Winston-Salem has seen a rise of tattooing in the last several years, leading to more shops popping up all over the downtown area. So what's behind this trend? I spoke with some local tattoo artists to see what they thought about their art walking the streets every day. Owner John Slater of Tattoo Revival explained to me the correlation between traditional art and tattooing for him.
I mean, we just kind of want to prove that we are traditional artists and kind of show that, you know. I think up until all the TV shows and social media and stuff, people didn't realize that a lot of us got into tattooing because we were artists already. And this was a way to be able to work on our art and make art every day and still be able to make a living. If you want to find a good waiter, find an artist. And we just don't want to have to do that anymore. We want to be able to art every day.
Years ago, tattoos were frowned upon in mainstream society, especially the work industry. But in recent years, tattoos have become socially accepted and even fashionable.
I have a bigger variety of clientele now, you know. Soccer moms aren't quite as afraid to come in here as they were 10 years ago.
After speaking with Mr. Slater, we traveled to 4th Street in downtown to speak with another tattoo shop owner about his take on tattooing and its rise in popularity in the area. Chuck Eldridge opened Tattoo Archive in 1980 in Berkeley, California, and has since moved the storefront to Winston-Salem.
Well, the Tattoo Archive is an operating tattoo shop, so we're able to do tattoos for people as far as the service business goes. And then we do a lot of writing and research on the history of tattoo as well. So we think that's an important part of our business, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the actual tattooing business as well.
Eldridge, a Navy veteran, began getting tattooed in the 1960s aboard naval ships during his service, and thus began an ever-growing collection.
Well, I started getting tattoos when I was in the Navy. I was raised just up the road from here in Elkin, North Carolina, and my dad was tattooed, and my brother was tattooed, and my uncles was tattooed. Most of those were service related, and so I kind of grew up seeing those. And then I joined the Navy in '65 and started getting tattooed. And liked it and continued. Came out of the Navy with probably 20 tattoos or 25 tattoos. And then started working in civilian jobs. I built custom bicycles, and I worked as a dishwasher in soul food restaurants in Oakland, and all this kind of stuff, and continued to get tattooed. And then in the 70s, I was getting tattooed in San Francisco, and the fellow Ed Hardy, who I was getting tattooed by, offered to teach me tattooing. So then I actually started tattooing full time and have ever since.
Eldridge opened Tattoo Archive in 2007 as not only a place to come get a beautiful piece of body art, but also to view the history of tattooing on the walls of Tattoo Archive. When asked about the impact of tattooing on the local economy, Eldridge had this to say.
Well, I mean, you know, the shops pay taxes, and all of this that certainly would add to the economy. I think in a city like Winston-Salem that kind of thinks of itself as an art center, it brings another interesting art form and art medium to the city as well.
Tattooing has increased in popularity in recent years, as well as created more job opportunities while drawing in revenue. Winston-Salem has become known as the city of arts and innovation because of the many forms of art, and now tattooing takes its rightful place alongside them.